Hey hustlers, welcome back to another episode on Ingrid Project. Today, I have some unsolicited advice. However, maybe not so unsolicited. A lot of people ask me, hey, how do I get in shape? And I want to say something very simple, and you've probably heard it a million times, is just start somewhere. Now, the reason I say that is because I too, when I started my fitness journey and failed many, many times, I went and bought the clothes, I got the subs, I paid for a trainer, I tried to start counting macros, I tried to start doing everything all at once. And what's likely going to happen is that you're going to get overwhelmed and you're going to stop. And that's okay. I've been there, and I'm going to tell you what you can do instead, what I did, and what helped me. Now, I'm going to talk about how I started from here and ended up here. And let me tell you, there's a few years in between these pictures, so please give yourself some grace. I want to say that the prime focus of anyone trying to be healthier, more fit, is first and foremost, build the discipline. I'm not talking about the motivation. I'm not talking about you having David Goggins and who's going to carry the boats in your ears every single day. I'm talking about building the discipline where you decide, hey, I am going to get up no matter what. I am going to keep this promise to myself and show up. What does that look like? For me, that meant one day, I decided the year before, I had watched someone I follow, his name is Ish. He did something called the 300 challenge, which I've now been participating for 4 years, and this is my second year hitting the 300, so go me. Which means you work out 300 times in a year. Now, when he did it, I thought, this guy is crazy. There is no way. Of course, I was a hater and a doubter. And then he did it, and I was like, if he can do it, so can I. So I embarked on the journey, and the whole point was seeing how fit this man was. I realized I am probably not going to be able to hit the 300. Nonetheless, I'm going to believe in myself and try. I'm going to do my darndest, but I had one goal in mind, and that goal was to become fit and to more than anything, to build the discipline. And so I started working on this goal, every single day that I'd go exercise, I'd tally it off in my calendar. And I want to say in my first year, I made it to 190 or something. So I was more than 100 short of meeting the goal. However, I built the discipline, and at first what that looked like is I just had regular clothes. I'd go to the gym. I just had a water bottle. I would do random stuff. I'd go on random days. I didn't have a split. I just had my headphones, some water, and my whole thing was I just need to show up. I need to go and I need to do something. And the more I went, the more I learned. Every single time I went to the gym, I would make it a priority today I'm going to try out a new machine. And I started educating myself. And yes, there were many moments where I went to the bathroom and I would look up a video, look up something, because I did not know what the hell I was doing. And that's okay. We need to start somewhere to end up somewhere different. And then I started learning a little bit more off of YouTube, following routines. I started getting a split. And once I had built up the discipline, I started running more, which running is something, it's not that it's easy to do, but it's just running. And I don't mean that to be diminishing in any way, but anyone can run is more of what I'm trying to say. And then I tore my ACL. Now, when I tore my ACL, I panicked because I thought, oh no, all my leg gains, all this cake is gone, baby, it's gone. And I was like, I cannot do that. So at the time I was friends and am friends with Gabby Beal, formerly Gabby Goats, and I knew she was a trainer, bodybuilder, and I was like, hey girl, I tore my ACL. Can I go to the gym with you one of these days, and can you show me some workouts that I can do with my legs so that I don't lose all the gains, but I really need to protect my knee. I can't do squats anymore and jumping around and jump around. No more hip hop class for me. Pure sadness. And of course, no more running, no more roller skating. Total annihilation. Very sad. And she said, yes, absolutely come. So I went to the gym with her and I started lifting, bro. And I got into this whole world. But let me tell you, a lot of people see like this huge transformation from when I started with Gabby to where I am now. And she is a big part of my list of success. But the only reason that it was successful was because when you pay for a trainer, and trainers can be expensive, you're only seeing them like once a week. You need to be able to show up in between all those other days to go to the gym on your own, to track your food on your own, to stay consistent. And that's where discipline comes in. So I had the discipline, and then I met a coach that could take me to the next level. And then the last thing I tackled was nutrition, because for a majority of my life, I was overweight. At some point, I became pre-diabetic. I did not want to measure food. I did not want to do a diet. I was so reticent to doing anything related to calorie counting, macro tracking. But I got to a point where I was like, I am ready to try this again. And so I did, and I was successful, and here are the results. But it took years. So please, please, please do not overwhelm yourself by doing like the diet and the clothes and getting a trainer, like spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars on a trainer when you don't like even show up to the gym 3 times a week. Like, build that discipline first. The best way I can say is try out a few different things in your routine to find out when you can fit in that workout, and start small. If it's going to gym for 20 minutes to walk on the treadmill, let it be that. If it's doing a yoga class at home, let it be that. If it's, you know what, like I really get bored, I don't know what I'm doing, I'm gonna go take the free classes at the gym, or I'm gonna sign up for a hip hop class. Please go and do something, and believe me, along the way, you're going to find what you like, you're going to learn what works for you, you're going to get educated, and you're going to start building that discipline where you're going to notice after you go 3-4 days without going to the gym, without working out, without running, roller skating, whatever your gag is, you're going to start losing your shit. And it's kind of like a good thing, because you're going to want to move. And then after you build that discipline, that's when I would say, okay, now get a coach to take you to that next level. You have that discipline. And then whenever you're ready, tackle nutrition, if ever. I have to say and be honest, and it sucks because I heard people say this, and in my head, I always thought, if I just work out, I'll get the body. If I just work out, I'll get the body. No, sorry, Bob. Until I changed my nutrition, I was not able to get the results. So anyway, stay motivated. I post more about the 300 challenge in my Instagram on Ingrid_project. If you're interested this year in being part of the 300 challenge and challenging yourself to show up as your most authentic self, your best self, and work out 300 times in a year, send me a DM. I will add you to a 300 group of people who are just beginning, just like you, with also some more seasoned people like myself, or people who've done the challenge for many, many more years, to keep you motivated, engaged, disciplined, and we share our struggles and we root each other on through the end of the year, no matter how far you get, whether it's 100 workouts, 200 workouts, or you hit your 300. And there's people that go above, and it's awesome. Like for me, I'm just shooting for my 300, and that's good enough for me. But until then, guys, keep on hustling. Remember, you have to start somewhere to end up somewhere different. So just start, do something, and believe me, everything else will follow. Love you guys.